Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about a topic that is borderline sensitive, religion, but not quite. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the essence of the mega churches. In Singapore, there's a very famous church called New Creation, and around the world there are very large mega churches as well, where you have like a theater, cinema kind of a sound system, huge hall with comfortable cinema seats, soundproofing, and basically there are these loud, powerful messages that basically give hope, give solution, give a way out, give acceptance. All right. So, and how does this different from the traditional churches? A lot of people, would tend to be very drawn to the mega churches as opposed to there are a lot of young people today that having been to traditional churches all their life, like Anglican, Methodist, Catholic, and when they go to these churches, suddenly they feel very drawn to that. So what is behind this phenomenon, and what makes some of these huge churches what they are? So I actually want to give you guys a different perspective on this. You're most welcome to give me your comments about what you think. But I'd like to point out that people who go to the mega churches, they're are they going there for Christ or for manifestation? Or are they going there for Christ and for manifestation? There's one thing that these mega churches are definitely doing very well, because when you step in, let's say if you visit for the first time, they'll have often there's going to be like a newcomer's lounge. And on top of that, for those people who have visited for the first time, towards somewhere about 3/4 into the session, all right, there will be what is known as an altar call, where people with various challenges move forward for a pray over, and this is actually a point of time where we actually see a lot of emotional upheaval, where people get very very riled up. I'm not talking about the slain part, but just people feel very charged up. People who are going through a lot in life. I mean to say that the people in poverty or whatever, but I'm just saying the people going through a lot in life, and they go forward, get a pray over, and then everyone helps to pray over them too. All right, and after this short pray over, what they feel is that they actually feel changed. They feel different. What has really changed? Wiring of the mind. God has blessed them. A bit of both. Could be a bit of both. Could be a bit of both. We go back to the story where of the when how many loaves of bread was it? There's a story where Jesus fed a whole yard of people with very limited bread, fish, and subsequently also turned water into wine. Like this, in a way, can we call it manifestation? I would like to call it manifestation. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And a lot of people from the traditional churches, they kind of have certain perceptions that pinpoint these mega churches, and you're commercializing it. Well, as a matter of fact, many years ago in Singapore, there was a mega church, City Harvest, that got closed down because they had more of a commercial and monetary agenda than actually Christ. Well, Joseph Prince of New Creation still seems to be there. He still seems to be running his church, and I see it growing all the time. Well, maybe they're running a good job. But like what people from the traditional churches tend to view over there, I would like to perhaps suggest an idea. All right, are the traditional churches doing enough in the way of guiding manifestation? Because Jesus wants us to be in his likeness. And if that is the case, shouldn't we also be manifesting? Why are they then not guiding manifestation? Something to think about. I know it's kind of controversial, but because in this channel, on my last few videos, and as a matter of fact, I'm personally very interested in manifestation because I have multiple times manifested things from writing into reality, be it money, career, projects, goals, family, travel plans, result of manifestation. And at this point, I also, for those of you who are like coming to this channel and wondering what is all this woo-woo stuff, right? I want to give you a concept. And there is a famous Shaolin speaker. He has been on various talk shows, and this Shaolin temple leader, he made a very good point. And what he said was that when people create ideas, or when people create things, for example, you see Elon Musk creating Tesla, the Cybertruck, and then SpaceX, right? These were, first you have to see it in your mind, and then you create it. And the phones that we have today of touchscreen, first we see it in the mind before you create it. Folding screens, you see it in the mind before you create it. Because when you see it in the mind, then you start asking how. What do I need? Where do I make it? Where can I get this? Or the various things. And then because the mind has a powerful ability of auto suggestion, we can assemble abstract ideas and project them into reality by not because the mind has this ability of combining and reconciling, and it's called association and logic, right? Association and logic. So association and logic helps us to piece together bits and pieces like building blocks, right? Who's to say that building blocks cannot be used to create certain things or shapes and only a certain few? No. So we all have access to various kinds of building blocks and possibly even more if we realize that we need to find it. And knowing that these various building blocks can be put together to form something, or not knowing, but then looking at the possibility and thinking at how it can be possible, and that's how we can manifest. Now, I also want to give you another idea. Like some of you out there, again, can be skeptical, right? But fear is a projection. All right, creating new inventions, there's a projection of what could be possible in the mind. And then at the same time, when we have a fear response to something, we don't even know if it's scary yet, but based on opinions, based on things we read about, hear about, and sometimes it could be certain smells, certain sounds that influence us to think in a certain way. Again, it's also the assembling of various stimulus, various building blocks resulting in a manifestation as fear. So, if fear can be created, so can we create the things that we want. But what we need, though, is the constant supply of positive energy. Fear is more of a negative emotion, but let's say, if we want to overcome a major struggle in life, or if we want to create something that has never existed before, but we know that can be done, and there's a possibility that can be done, we definitely want people to be able to back us up in that direction, or like energy to back us up, keep us going in this direction. And where is that going to come from? Coming back to this topic about the mega church versus all these smaller traditional churches, and during that pray over, we are sending positive vibes. You heard of different sayings like, if you hang out with 3 millionaires, you'll be the fourth. At the same time, if you hang out with 3 idiots, you'll be the fourth. So it's the same thing, like the people who are sitting in the stands have once been up front by the altar at the altar call too. And knowing how they have once benefited from those feelings, they are now paying it forward to the people down below. So I'm not really giving A or B answer for this topic, but I hope you like my little exploration of this idea and this exploration of the topic of manifestation. Because Jesus did it too. Jesus manifested many things. He has spoken things into reality. And I want to let everyone here know that we also have that power. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Click that bell notifications button so you get notified whenever I put up a new piece of content. Thank you.